You want to put your hands up? We'll get started. Dave Armitage.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi, Dave.
Hi there. Yeah, Danny, really delivers when he comes in, doesn't he? I mean, he's played more games for his country this season than Leicester, but just keeps doing it.
Yeah. No, he's a top class keeper. I've always said that I've got two number one keepers here, thankfully, and him coming in and making the save. He was close to one of the other ones as well, but no, I see it in training every day. He's a top class keeper, and and that was really nice for him to make the save at the end.
You must have been a bit frustrated in a way, because it looked like, certainly in the early stages, like you might put some light between you and Brighton and go away with it, but they pegged you back in the end, didn't they?
Yeah, I think there was a one at 2-1 as well when we could have went to 3-1. First goal we're disappointed with. They had quite a big difference physically in the box, so we were a bit of a mismatch there, but we coped fairly well with it. And in all fairness, that one was probably the only time that we didn't. So just to get pegged back, was disappointing. However, to then get the goal straight after, again, it shows you the mentality of the players. We have a mindset in place that when we do lose a goal or when the opposition kick off, we try and get it back inside 4 passes. And it's just to keep us nice and aggressive. And we've seen how when we press them inside it and can try and win it, and then we get the chances to score and hope that the opposition maybe lose a little bit of concentration. But yeah, 2-1. Fatigued a little bit in the second half. Obviously, we made a lot of changes and a few tired legs out there. So, but now showed great resilience again, great spirit, and then when it mattered in the penalties, we showed, real good poise to get through.
Scored a lot, didn't we?
Yeah. We really good penalties, and it was a real good composure. So, delighted for the players. Thanks, Dave.
Okay, Richard Mills, please.
Hi, Brendan. Congrats on the win.
Hi, Richard.
I just want to ask, obviously, last year, Leicester beat Brighton 3 times. I just want to get your thoughts on how they've improved this season.
I think since I've featured against Brighton, I've got a huge admiration for Graham and his staff and the work that they do. They play a very attractive blend of football. They have quality players, and they've shown how well they've done over these last couple of seasons. So now they get really gifted technical players. They've got a good idea of the game. They're flexible in how they play. They can play in and out of different systems, and like I say, they play a really good brand. So now Graham and his staff, they've done a really good job, and whenever we've played, we've always had really good games.
Thanks, and good luck on the next round.
Thanks, Richard. Thank you.
Okay, James White, please.
Brendan, you've now reached the quarter-final. As you get closer to the conclusion of this competition, does it change your sense of priority about it?
I think we've always of course, in my first year here, when we got to the semi-final, we obviously didn't have European football. But it's one of those ones where you enter the quarterfinals now, and of course you need to, and you want to do well in them. But of course, there always has to be a balance, because you run so many competitions. I think the next round of this will come in December, when there's already a load of games anyway. So, but yeah, there's no doubt we always try to send a team out that wants to win the game, and I think we've seen that tonight. Even with 10 changes, the players showed a real good mentality. And now you're 3 games from picking up a trophy. Of course, you would like to do that.
Okay, Jordan Blackwell.
Hi, Brendan.
Hi, Jordan.
It's the first game in 4 for Harvey Barnes. It's obviously been left out of the team after you changed formation. Did he feel like he had a point to prove to you today to show that you can get back into the Premier League starting lineup?
And I think he did very well. I think it's important they all have a point to prove, Jordan. There's never a day when they haven't. Even if you're in the team and you think you're in the team, you've got to perform to stay in it. But I think that Harvey's come in, he scored a goal, he looked a threat, tired in the second half, but that's all natural. Him and Addy, they both scored, they created opportunities, and they were a threat, especially in that first 25 minutes of the game. So yeah, delighted for both boys. Just been unfortunate the system has changed, but you can see there where whenever you bring them in, they're coming in to do well, and they both did that.
It was a big show of faith in Hamza Chowdhury, giving him the captain's armband tonight. What was your thinking behind that?
Yeah, I think that he's a young guy that's come through the system. Hamza, he hasn't featured much this year at all, but his behaviour and maturity around the squad has been first class. And I just think that, he may never get the chance to do it again. And I felt that with the team and squad that we were playing, then he is a young guy that's been at the club since he was probably 7 years of age, to come through and in a game where it was a poignant game as well, and he came and led the team, and he gave everything in the game.
And just lastly, has there been any kind of update on Jamie Vardy's knee injury? How is he getting on?
Yeah, Jamie's fine. Yeah, he trained this morning. He joined back in the group. So, all the guys are fine.
Thanks, Brendan. Well done tonight.
Thanks, Jordan. Thank you.
Okay, Tom Colmossi, please.
Hi, Brendan.
Okay, Tom.
You mentioned then it was a poignant game. This is the first fixture that you've had on the anniversary of Kun Vichai's death at home. Can you just sum up your emotions through the day and what they were at the end of the match, with you being able to deliver a victory?
Yeah, but I think on the third anniversary of such a tragedy, football tragedy, which, like I said, was for everyone around the world, and none more so than here in Leicester. Time has seemingly gone very quickly. But we had a lunch yesterday with the players and the staff to celebrate his life. We had some stories from some of the staff, from people that knew him and what he brought. Because what we're seeing, the modern day Leicester City is what Kun Vichai has brought and has given Leicester City that status around the world, and that's purely through him and his family. And for us, we had a moment as well today as a squad in the Memorial Garden, just reflecting and what an incredible man and what he's given to us, and how we have the responsibility to continue with that great legacy. And thankfully, his life and legacy is now lived through Kun Top and the rest of the family and ourselves. So I've never met Kun Vichai, sadly, but it was one of the reasons I came in a funny way. And from the day I have come in here, I've felt as if I've known him and got that feeling with us every day. So I thought the club done great. The supporters were brilliant tonight, and what the respects that they've shown. Brighton in the minute silence as well. So it was really nice from them, and thankfully we could then send the support. So I'm happy with the result. Thanks, Tom.
Okay, thanks, folks. We'll leave it there.
Cheers, guys.
See you on Friday.
See you later.